There is a story that is not about peace, nor is it about deep meditation. It is a haunting tale of misplaced priorities and the cost of perfection. Imagine a person who is bleeding to death, yet refuses any help just to ask the identity of the one who fired the shot that hit them. We call this the paradox of priority. It is the moment when the human mind loses its grip on survival in favor of an irrelevant and small detail. Outside, the world is beginning to crumble. The heat is rising, but the man remains oblivious, trapped in a cycle of cleaning and perfecting the wood. The arrow of time is flying, sharp and unforgiving. Every second spent on the trivial is a second stolen from the chance to escape the coming disaster. Tick-tock. The rhythm of the clock matches the rhythm of his hand. He thinks he is in control, but he is actually a prisoner of perfection. He does not smell the smoke. He does not feel the heat. His entire universe has shrunk down to the size of a single tiny black mark. Why do we obsess over the small things when the big things are burning? This is the fundamental tragedy of a mind that has lost its way. The oil spreads slowly, reflecting the fire. He is beautifying a house that will not exist in an hour. He is perfecting his own funeral pyre. The house is now fully ablaze. The porch has already collapsed into ash, yet the man is still there, obsessed with a blemish on the floorboards. Do you call this perfectionism? No. This is the sentence of a mind that has traded its survival instinct for a meaningless and hollow sense of order. There is a violent contrast between the chaos of the fire and the calm of his hands. One is life-ending, the other is wasted effort. Danger is no longer distant, it is touching him. But instead of running, he simply brushes the ash off his shoulder and continues his useless work. We often mistake busyness for progress. We mistake the removal of a stain for the salvation of our lives. But the fire does not care. The heat is suffocating, a physical weight on his lungs. Yet the mental weight of an unfinished task is somehow heavier to him than death itself. His actions have become counterproductive. In his search for cleanliness, he is only spreading the remains of his burning home across the very floor. Listen to the sound of the structure failing. The bones of the house are screaming, but the man only listens to the friction of his cloth. How many of us are trembling under the pressure of small tasks while our big dreams and our very lives are being consumed by the flames? The barrier between safety and destruction has shattered. The fire is no longer a guest. It is the master of the house now, and it demands everything. He sees himself, but he does not recognize the danger. He only sees the success of his labor, reflected in a surface that is about to burn. This is the final verdict of a mind obsessed with the minor. It is the victory of the task over the soul, the part over the whole. Let us look at the ancient wisdom of the arrow. A man is struck, his life hanging by a thread, yet he stops the healing process. Instead of letting the surgeon pull it out, he demands to know, who shot me? What was their caste? What wood is this arrow made of? While he searches for the perfect answer, the poison does not wait. It moves through his blood, silent and lethal, heading straight for his heart. You are that man. You are waiting for everything to be ready, for every question to be answered before you finally decide to act for yourself. The cost of your curiosity is your life. The price of your need for certainty is the time you no longer have to save yourself today. He wants to know the feathers used on the arrow. He wants to know the bow's origin. He wants the truth, but he ignores the reality. We push away the solutions because they are not perfect, or because we don't understand every detail yet. We choose knowledge over the actual cure. Your energy is limited. Your time is finite. Every question about the why takes away from the urgent and necessary how of your survival. Why? Why do we do this? We are addicted to the search for meaning, even when the meaning is simply that we are currently dying. You are cleaning the floor while the poison is in your veins. You are looking for perfection while the clock is striking your final hour. The arrow and the flame are the same. They are the reality you are trying to ignore through the distraction of your own small, petty rituals. The final question is always asked too late. The perfect answer is useless to a dead man. The only truth that matters is the action taken. In the 21st century, we have the ultimate distraction. We have every answer at our fingertips, yet we are more paralyzed than ever before. We research the how until the opportunity is gone. We study the best way to live while we are actually forgetting to live at all. Data cannot save you. AI cannot save you. Only the movement of your own feet and the strength of your own hands can change your fate. We are dying with arrows in our shoulders because we are too busy studying the chemical composition of the poison on our smartphones' screens. Information is the new white cloth. We use it to wipe away the discomfort of our reality, polishing our ignorance until it shines like wisdom. Stop watching. Stop searching. The fire is not on the screen. The fire is in the room. The poison is not a concept. It is real. Your digital tools are just more fuel for the fire if you don't use them to act. Knowledge without action is just a sophisticated way to die. We are caught between the virtual and the physical, choosing the comfort of the search over the terrifying necessity of the actual escape from danger. Analysis paralysis is the modern poison. It is the arrow that we refuse to pull out because we are too busy comparing different medical journals. We think we are making progress by learning, but learning is only the preparation. Action is the only thing that actually moves the needle of life. Wait, search, analyze, repeat. This is the loop of the modern soul, while the house of our existence is being burned to the ground. The time for information has passed. The time for the truth of your situation has arrived. The house is falling. What will you do now? He finally rises. He achieved his goal. The stain is gone. The floor is perfect. But the room is a skeleton of what it was. He looks at his hands, pristine and white. He looks at his floor, shining and bright. But he is standing in the middle of a graveyard. The perfection he attained is meaningless. It is a monument to a man who prioritized a minor detail over his own breath and his future. Everything he worked for is evaporated. The shine, the cleanliness, the order, it is all being reclaimed by the chaos of the fire he ignored. Symmetry and order are sweet traps. They give us the illusion of control while the reality of our lives is sliding into an irreversible ruin. His very pursuit of perfection has become his obstacle. The floor he cleaned is now his enemy, making his escape even harder than it was. The tool of his obsession is now just more fuel. Everything you use to delay your survival will eventually be used to fuel your ultimate destruction. Do not polish the floor when the house is burning. Do not seek the perfect answer when the wound is still bleeding out your life. This is the moment of truth. Either you move now, or you become part of the ash. Perfection has no value in the heart of a furnace. What is your arrow? Is it procrastination? Is it the fear of failure? Or is it the endless search for a perfection that does not exist? Stop the questions that lead nowhere. Stop the rituals that protect nothing. The only thing that matters right now is your next bold step forward. Let go of the cloth. Leave the floor dirty. Run through the flames if you must, but do not stand still for another single second. Pull the arrow out. Do not ask who made it. Just pull it out and heal. Your life is waiting on the other side of your action. The world is wide and full of fire, but you have the power to choose what you save. Save yourself first. The rest is just smoke. What is your arrow? Identify it. Pull it out. Act now, before the fire of your life consumes the time you have left to live.